1980s deregulation of broadcast media started the deterioration of broadcast news. It relaxed many of the laws concerning the purchase of broadcast stations by corporations. The Telecommunications Act of 1996 brought further deterioration by leaving no limit on the number of radio or TV stations one company could own nationwide. Soon, General Electric acquired NBC, Westinghouse purchased CBS, and Walt Disney Corporation purchased ABC. The newly laxed laws also brought about another colossal merger. In 1999, the Viacom merger brought together CBS, Westinghouse, Infinity, Paramount Pictures, MTV, Nickelodeon, 35 TV stations, about 163 radio stations, Blockbuster, several major production companies, 2 broadcast networks, and several other cable networks, all under a single ownership. At the same time, newspapers also began merging their operations with joint operating agreements. That meant 2 competing newspapers could merge their businesses, advertising, and printing operations while maintaining separate editorial staffs. Some publishers said they could not stay in business without such arrangements. The Supreme Court once ruled that a joint operating agreement violated antitrust laws. But then Congress passed the Newspaper Preservation Act, legalizing existing agreements and setting up a procedure for the approval of new ones. As a result, broadcast and print mediums became profit-driven, making news sensational, biased, and trivial. Meanwhile, citizen journalism was at an all-time high, but with no credibility. Audiences became frustrated with their options and looked towards alternatives. In 2008, ProPublica was created to serve the public by providing investigative journalism and watchdog reporting without the need to generate revenue. ProPublica addressed the occasional past failings of investigative journalism by being persistent, shining a light on inappropriate practices, and by holding perpetrators up to public scrutiny. 2009 through 2015 was a period called conglomeration. There was a record number of mergers that included the corporations of Google, Clear Channel, and Viacom that resulted in the formation of Google's ON. Perez Hilton was selected as CEO for Google's ON due to his past performance of drawing the biggest profit margin for Viacom. With the growing need of ethical and unbiased news coverage, ProPublica received the biggest sum of donations from 2016 to 2019 from private and public donors. With the increased revenue, ProPublica was able to create a broadcast news channel dedicated to investigative journalism in year 2020. Additional donations to ProPublica further enabled them to enlist the help of journalists to provide local coverage as well as watchdog reporting in smaller markets. ProPublica continued their investigative journalism on a national level in online, print, and broadcast mediums.